Imagine in the future, we have these teleportation machines. If you want to travel to Mars in just 20 minutes, there's just some nanobots that just encode everything in your brain as information. They email you to Mars. On Mars, a new version of you gets reconstituted. The original maybe just gets painlessly euthanized. Don't worry about it. Right, and the question, so there's like this old question in philosophy, would you agree to do that, right? And part of it is the question is like, just how high fidelity does the copy have to be, right, before you're willing to count that new, version as actually you and not just some other thing that is a lot like you? Do you have to get it right all the way down to the level of the quantum state in particular?
Well, do you think it matters? Because this is like the Star Trek fans' long-running debate of is the teleporter a suicide machine?
Right.
Because every time you go, it's you. And as far as the rest of the universe is concerned, you are exactly the same.
Yeah.
From a philosophical point of view, are you the same person?
Yeah, well, we could say, that there is an empirical question here, and then there is also a metaphysical question. There's, an empirical question of like just how accurate of a copy could we make, without, damaging the original copy, and this is even just from the perspective of a third-person observer, right? Can we make a good enough copy? But then there's the metaphysical question, which is supposing that we could make a copy that was so good that your family, your best friends, could never tell the difference, right? Still, would it be different from your standpoint, right? Would you actually expect to wake up as this other copy, right? And what if there are 3 copies running around? Which one are you, right? Which one do you expect to be? Does your soul just flip a coin and decide randomly which one to go to? Is it somehow all of them at once? Now, interestingly, there is this famous procedure called quantum teleportation, right, which was discovered in the early 1990s. And, quantum teleportation actually can, transfer a quantum state from one place to another place, just using classical communication plus pre-shared entanglement. But it's an inherent feature of quantum teleportation that it destroys the original copy in the process of making the new one, right? You have to destroy it. And the reason why you have to is that there's a basic fact about quantum mechanics called the no cloning theorem. It says there is no physical procedure to make a perfect copy of an unknown quantum state. Classical information can be copied, but quantum information cannot be. So, does that have anything to do with sort of the privacy or the non-duplicability, of that we imagine our personal identity to have? I don't know if there's any connection between quantum mechanics and these sort of philosophical questions, but if there were one, then that is where I would be looking.